welcome. We are back again. It's another Friday, and we're here. Live and in living colors. We are here on the Naked Truth again. And it's all about the vibration, the energy, you know, love, unity, serenity, all of these great and amazing things, man. We must say, again, we're here to define the definition, right? So we're back. The Naked Truth. Uncovered, uncensored, just raw, just like it is. I mean, that's what it's about here. So as you can see today, topic on there, because I've been getting a lot of email talking about this, to discuss what my views, I believe my views are on relationship, love, marriage, etc. All of that component that pertains to, union, this union between a man and a woman. So that's the topic today. So that's what we're gonna dive into today and try to bring some clarity, some transparency to this. I won't say it's a sensitive topic. It's a very private and personal one, I must say. But we have things to do, so we're definitely going to get into that, So welcome, my people. Glory be unto the Most High. As you know, without Him we would not be here. So honor, blessings, praises in the highest unto the Most High, the Giver of life, and all wonderful praises and to His mighty name. We can't say that enough. We can't do it enough. So we feel very good today. And as I said, it's a Friday here, and we have other program later on. The ATO is coming up. We have some artists. Let me see some people come into this chat, because today is a close and personal thing that we're going to be talking about. Right? So all lovers out there, who involved in their relationship for however amount of time and need to understand more about what's happening between the bond, between the union, the promise, the covenant between the male and the female sex. We're going to discuss that. So as you can see, we take a huge leap for the topic of the Bible. The Bible is one of the most important thing that we talk about on this platform here, and for the fact that it's necessary that we kind of get this information out there. Very, very necessary. So it was one of the main focus, but this platform would deal with basic life experiences and the truth about everything, basically from politics right down to medicine, to whatever it is has to do with our social life. This is what we discuss here, and that's what we're about here, and that's one of the main thing. It's kind of getting that the truth out, and trying to find ourselves and understand where we are, where we stand as a people, which is the most important thing. And so if you don't know where you're from, then you won't know where you're going, basically. So we're trying to figure out who we are, where we're from, in order to understand where we need to go. So the Bible was one of the main focus, and is in fact one of the main focus on this program, The Naked Truth. Today we're taking a leap. into deeper waters, right? Just not denying the reality of what we're about, but it all play a part in our lives. Basically, the word of the Most High, his his will has to be done, right? And it has different different areas to it. So not just reading the Bible, how we function in the home, how we function as two individuals who promise, or have a promise between each other, basically, and how much we commit to that promise, or if you whatever covenant it is. So this promise is very important that individuals make within among themselves, to kind of sustain whatever feelings or desire or lust or whatever it is, just to sustain this feeling. So we have these programs inside of us, right? These written program within our DNA, how we magnetize to the other person, the other sex. And I'm talking about whether it's a friendship or rather personal, private, intimate, however you want to take it. It all plays a part. The creator is behind all of it, basically. But it's how much we allow him, because of the freedom that we have, to be a part of our life and be the leader, be the head in our life, instead of we thinking that we need to be the strong one, or the one who have the will and the power to do everything, when we actually don't, right? So today, relationship, that's what we're discussing. This is what we're going to talk about. Relationship, love, the basic and common interaction between male and female, and a lot of relationship today, and how they're under what umbrella these relationship are sheltering, right? Because a lot of relationship, we know, as we know today, most of them, 90% of them, in fact, is based on just people settling with each other for whatever reasons they feel is necessary to them. So they will settle and just and a lot of people would use terms to govern what they have, or basically identifying what they have, and how the consistency in these relations. Actually, some of them, you have to very questionable. So basically today, that's what we're on. We're going to talk about that relationship, the marriage, and all of these other aspects pertaining to relations. That's why I say love and relationship, because it's all going to fit under the same bracket. So yeah, people. I'm here. Let me see. I'm going to try to hold on for a little bit and see if some more people will come in, so we can really have a better understanding. Right, and leave your comments and ask your questions. Basically, if you're in a relationship and there's problems, or you have problems, you're trying to understand what's going on between you and the person, come leave your question. Tonight is the night where we're gonna get close and more personal. Trying to understand what we're facing in our personal life, relationship wise. So yeah. So we're going to get into it. So I'm just gonna try to wait a little bit. And see some people come in, and then we're gonna get deep into the topic and start talking about. But as you know, my people, it's It's every Friday we're here, and we're gonna expand because there's a lot of things, and there's a lot more things to discuss about, about the Bible, and about other aspects of life as well, not just the book, because everything flow together in this one stream. Everything comes from this one place, and branch off into different things as people feel comfortable in whatever areas they feel, right? All right, so let's see. Let's get down to the bottom of it now. Let's see. I have to wait for some people to come in, because I mean, I'm going to definitely talk about some things while we kind of wait for the people to come into the you know come into the chat, and because there's a lot of question I know would be raised, and I need to hear some of the people opinion as well as we. Okay. Right. So let's get it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about let's see where to start, because this is not scripted, but let's go into the mind. Let's see where to start. Let me go. Let me just give you some simple information based on relationship within this society. We're gonna actually get into deeper as well, and I might have to reiterate, some of the, the what I've talked about. So I might have to kind of rephrase back some things for the people who missed out on it. So who is gonna come in later on, right? So relationship, right? um Relationship, what is a relationship, right? That's the topic. What is it? And according to the definition of relationship, right, it's a way that two people are connected, right? And being connected in based it can be based on friendship, right? So you have what you could separate and said you have intimate relationship, right? uh right, interpersonal, whatever it is, involves like physical and emotional uh you know intimacy. So we know what physical and emotional intimacy is. So that's what our relationship is. So it's basically just a way in which two persons are connected. um and that's, we're just going by the definition. Just or two or more, probably people connected. As I said, you have intimate and you have just relationship, because you can meet someone, just a person that you're not physically or emotionally connected to. Is just when we say emotion or intimately connect, just simple friendship where you talk about casual things that has nothing to do with emotions or feeling or intimacy, or interpersonal So these are some of the things that when you get involved with someone, so it's a separation between how we coin the term relationship. And when we're using this term relationship, uh as I said, it connects, different things, or different groups, are I don't want to say groups, but people in general, right? Friendship, social, wherever, right? But that's basically what it is. The way our two person or more is connected. So that's basically what it is. So, in modern society, or this society that we live in today, people have different ways how they get involved with each other, or they kind of create or build relationships, right, based on either friendship. We know friendship is the most simplest one, right, because friendship is very spontaneous. People don't go out looking for friendship. This is not something that people do, like, oh, we got to go find a friend or look for a friend, or something like that. People don't usually do that. you know People don't go out, say, we're gonna like, you'd have the intention in your mind when you feel lonely and you want to be with someone, or you need someone to accompany you, and you have this idea in your head. Even going out, you're thinking, that you will meet someone because you want to fulfill, that empty space, right? So you want to meet someone who, you know whoever it is, right? Maybe in your mind you already have this image, this imagination of who you want that person to be, and that's the case most of the time. You will have this mental image of who you want your, what you'd say, Mr. Right, as they would use that term, right, would be. So you have you see many, many, many different, people, different faces, different energies, which many people don't base this on energy. We're talking about physical appearance, right? Let's just get to the real truth about it. So it's based on physical, it's based on physical appearance. So this is what a lot of people, the standards that's been set within the society. When you're getting involved in a relationship, we begin to look at beauty, for women, and men for handsome or cute, or whatever words they use to personality, goodness. These are the very last thing that people in I mean, I'm talking about now in this modern society. These are the very last, or last thing that they would think about in forming a union with someone, or bonding with them, as far as relationship, connecting with that person. So it's basically, we're talking about meeting someone, or being alone, and within yourself, you have the desire, the urge to be with someone, or to meet someone, to accompany you and relieve you of those loneliness. So you're looking for someone to bond with, someone to have a relationship with. So most of the time, as I said, looking for this, there's different ways within the society how people, you got it becomes so common now. People are looking, actually looking, women are looking, men are looking. Before, men were, men were the ones who would go out to find the woman. But now you have women going out trying to find the men, and you have a lot of matchmaker back in those times as well. Or you have, your wife was selected for you. It depends on the different cultures. Back in ancient time, your wife was selected, and you had to, just do what you do. And when you grew up, this is the person that you're gonna marry. It's in many different culture, it's different, right? But that's what it was, right? So your wife was selected, who's going to be your wife when you get older, and which family you're going into, basically. And every culture has their different things, that they expect, right, or what they're looking for, out of that relationship or that union between the two persons, right? So there's many ways in modern society how people achieve this connection, right? And when I say connection, I mean this relationship between man and woman, right, etc. Right? So there's different ways in this modern stage that they achieve this, and we're talking about social media. We're talking about different platforms that people have, dating sites and other means that people are going on. Now, dating is one of the things that, I don't know if it goes with principle or against principle, but this is a way to give a person's options, right, and to figure out whether or not, this person for the very first time, right, would treat them, right, and depending on how the person treats you, your expectation of what that person should be, and if they come close enough to your expectations, then you will decide whether or not you want to have another date with them. And so people have the option now to choose whether or not, I don't want to deal with this person. So, and I'm going to explain this, right, where dating is a problem, and people believe that dating someone is going to resolve. Because before, you would go out, find a woman, and go, and the trust issue between these two parties, diminish at some point, and the other don't believe the other, and the other don't trust, and this issue exists, and people believe that maybe they make the wrong choices because they involve in a relationship, that they met this guy and they get involved, and women tend to get hurt mostly, right, or it's a balance somewhere there. So they try to alleviate, the idea of just meeting someone in the street. Maybe there's a app where you can get to learn and the person write them name down and their occupation and all these different things. And you get to have a file on this person that, you have an interest in, or someone that you're trying to find interest in. So basically, and this is what we're going to break down with the relationship. Yeah, welcome. So as you know, today's topic is relationship, love, relationship, and all that pertains to that. So, well, dating is something that people, as I said, it becomes so common today that everyone and you know what, before I even get into this question, let me try to break down, what I was saying before, right? And then I'm gonna get into dating, because this is very important to understand what dating contributes to you and a person being together, or having that connection, right? So we're gonna get into it and talk about that first. So as I said, within modern society and how we do away with the traditional ways, because we say traditional way, according to how society evolves and it becomes modern, people try to abolish, the ways, or the more organic way that people would have, meet each other, and how they would connect with each other, and how better their relationship would be then than now. Today is different. The world is more connected. Everybody want to share. Everyone want to sleep with this one and that one, and everybody have this different mindset, and these different options of who they want and who they don't. And these choices come because of ideas of people, right, that create these choices. And most of the time, you're in a relationship, Many people are involved in relationships and don't even know why they're in the relationship, because it's not based on their true nature, right? It's not based on who they are, their characteristic as a person, as that person. It's not based on that. It's based on what you grew up in a society and you've been influenced by. So most relationship is based on the influence of the society, how we see other people conduct themselves. We want to do the same. We want to emulate, right, our elders, those people we see ahead, and we imagine these things. See people get married, you want to do it. You know, see people wear certain clothes, you want to wear it. So this trend and this, we are connected in different ways without using our own, our own ideas, our own thoughts to, analyze and figure out whether or not this is what we want to do. But we rather put what we're supposed to be, we put that aside and we try to embody more of what people expect of us, right? Are those customs and those traditions that were laid down, whether they're right or wrong, we want to follow them. And that's one of the problem that relationship face today. And I'm talking about the connection of whatever it is that you're looking for, love, or the idea of love, and how we utilize it in this modern space. Right? So let's talk about dating, which is the first part of it, right? And what is it? Right? So loneliness, we know what it is. We know what loneliness is. We all have that experience, being alone. And we feel we need someone that we can share, our feelings with, our desires with. We all want to do that. So dating is something exists out there, or it's a way how people are able to choose, or have different options to choose what they think is suitable for them, right? Yeah, welcome. What's suitable for you? What is more suitable for you in a relationship? And if you had the choice to pick, right? Greetings. If you have the choice to pick someone that you think is suitable, then dating would be, this vehicle for you to travel in. So you would go on a date with someone, or you meet someone and you go out and you have maybe dinner, casual. There are different ways of dating as well. Hello, welcome. As you know it, people go on date just for, different reasons. Some are looking for serious relationship out of it. Others are looking to just have good evening. Others are looking to just have what? Some people date just based on sexual engagements. They're looking just for that. They don't care. Go out, they have a woman for the night. And I mean, both male and female, this happens. Some people are seriously looking for someone out of dating. Today's topic is love and relationship. We're taking a leap today, and everything to do with relationship and love, marriage, and the promise, the covenant, these things pertaining to, relationship. So that's what we're discussing today, and love. So yeah, today I got a lot of email about, I believe I spoke about this on a while back. So, some people, they want to, know my opinion, what I have to say about relationship, love, and the state of relationship today. The state of how people assume that they're in love, and, what it is. So we're going to break that down. So as I said, people date for different reasons, many different reasons. You have people dating, or say they're going on dates. Some dates involve intimacy. Some of them don't. Some dates are very serious and respectful. But I believe, for me, dating is not and shouldn't be an option for when you begin to look for choices, right? Find someone that you say that you truly love. It should happen organically, right? It should happen. You should let nature take its course. when we begin to set rules and regulation, we're no longer following the stream, the stream of love. We're following something else. So you're not going to benefit from, what you call love. You won't benefit from that anymore. It becomes artificial, right? Instead of being more, original, more organic. It's not anymore. It's not real anymore, because we're imagining what we want, how we want what we want, and this is not how it works. We don't have the power to govern our destiny or what's going to happen in our lives. And if we do, just think about it. You leave your house this morning, right, and you travel on the street. You don't know who you're going to meet. You never know who it is that you're going to meet. We have no power over this, right? We're in a social space. There's people there, good and bad. So you don't know who you will meet. I think it's good when you can have a discussion and people can speak the truth, right? Because when you speak the truth, you'll be able to find someone that is suitable. You know what I mean? And not compatible, but suitable. Someone that is suitable, not. And we're going to talk about definition, right? But someone that, you say, yes, I've seen the goodness within this person. We have talked, and I've seen certain qualities that I think we can work with, because it's a work, it's a work in progress, right? And it's relationship is not you finding, or dating is not you finding this perfect person. This is what everybody is looking for. This imagination, or this imagery that's been painted by society in people's head, telling them that there's a perfect person out there. Oh my God, he's perfect, and the way with the way that this perfect person comes about is based on fiction. It's not real at all. Because most of it, I'm talking about the romance, or what we call romance. All of these things are ideas of men, right? And these maybe be ideas of an individual or two individual that becomes a part of the society, becomes normalized, right? And people become customary now. Everybody follow the same trend, right? But doesn't mean that it's true, right? But these are the things that people govern themselves by when it comes to the relationship. And everybody's looking for this perfect. They talk about soulmate. They talk about everything. And today we're definitely going to break everything down from soulmate all the way down, right? So people will talk about soulmates and this because they're looking, women are emotional, right? And they're looking for security. And I know a lot of people want to get involved with others and they don't really want to separate. They want to spend the rest of their days together. In that case, a lot of times it doesn't work because it's the way that people approach, relationship today and how your relationship got started. In what way did your relationship got started, right? What did you do, right? Because both individual, we're talking about individual, and people are looking most of the time for compatibility. In finding someone, they have to be compatible with them. And we're talking about there's different demands, right? That people are looking for when it comes to, connecting with someone. They're talking about finance and financial freedom. And we're talking about other, intimate, parts that supposed to be, and those things are not supposed to be involved when you're looking for something. You're trying to find something pure. You're trying to find something, truthful, something good. These are other things, or accessories, I would call them, that you have to leave aside, right? And think about the individual. Think about your goodness, the person's goodness, how you come together with this, both goodness come together, and how you can work together and achieve, because the other things, within the relationship we're talking about, it's achieving when you find that person that you said, this is the person I want to be with. Now we're talking about how do, we survive within this society where we live, which is demanding, right? And need to survive. So this is where you're going to work together and achieve the other things. But these are later things. These are not the topic, right? at the forefront, where when you're trying to find this love that you're looking for, or this relationship that's going to, be suitable for you, are going to make you happy. Because as I said, you're not going to find this perfect thing, right? Everything has to build. You have to learn about it, because we're dealing with individuals, right? But so we're dealing with different mindset, how people think different, the things they do different. So it takes time to grow together and understand each other and learn about each other, and then build with this. And we learn how to dismiss. We're talking about advantages, disadvantages, and these things we learn how to, okay, this is the disadvantage. Oh, this is the good thing. This is that. And we're able to kind of separate everything. And we know the person. We know, okay, they like this, they don't like this. We learn how to deal with them and to avoid, it's like going through a maze, right? Or walking through a very small passage, and there are a lot of knives and thorns on the walls, and you have to be very careful going through it. So you're very careful, and you're being very observant, because if you make one mistake, you can get hurt, right? So you're very careful, in your execution. While you're walking through there, you're paying attention. And you're making sure that, because you don't want to get hurt, right? And this is what you do in a relationship. It's like very small pathway, and the walls are very close, and not that the walls are smooth. They have a lot of things on there. You have thorns, you have knives, you have all kinds of things that if it touch your skin, it will cause you great pain. So in order to avoid these things, we learn what they are. Going through the small path, right? We learn everything on the way. And that's what relationship, this is what connecting with someone is, because we're learning about each other. Now, as far as dating, a lot of people will go on date because they're looking for something. You're not going to get from dating someone, right, a lifetime of information from that person in that 2 days or 3 days. Not even in when you actually commit to the person, meet the person, and you agree and you promise that this is the person you want to be with, and you both have this promise. Not even then, everything about the person. It's not going to take 1 day, and this is the wrong concept that people have when it comes to relationship. They believe meeting someone, going on a date for 5 days, you're going to know everything about the person. You're not. It's very crazy to think that you are going to know everything. You're not. Most of the time, the guy, right, would be, expressing what he feels, how to win this woman over, right? How do I win her love? What good things that I need to present in front of her so she can see that I'm interested. I want. So most of it is what you'd call they're playing a role, right? Most of it. Is it genuine? Maybe innocent, but not genuine to the point where we say, yeah, this is true. Everything is true about it. You know what I mean? When questions are asked, then you give answer. This is where we're required to speak honestly about what's happening in our lives or what we did. If questions are raised, right? If there's no question, most of the time the person will be telling you things, good things about themselves. Everybody would paint this perfect picture about themselves. You all notice in your relationship at the first stage, everything is good. It's all happy days, happy days, happy days. And as soon as you get used to each other, and this happens in every, levels of life. When you get used to something, then that interest is no longer there. It doesn't mean that you hate, that thing that you have or the person. It's just that, okay, I have achieved this now. So, the hunger that you have, to achieve what you got, then now you got it. That hunger is not there. Doesn't mean that you don't appreciate what you've earned or what you had, or the time that you sacrificed to get it. It did go away. It's just that connection in the beginning, it would kind of seem like it would dissipate somewhat, right? But you're not going to learn about someone just in 3 days or 5 days or 1 year, 2, 3 years either. Because there's a lot of information here in the human, cranium. I mean, you're going to at some point remember some things that you're going to share with this person. Oh yeah, I remember, because you're not going to remember everything in the present mind. Like, yes, this is it. Okay, I was you was born here 1981 and this happened, and on your journey in life there's many experiences that we have in life, and we're not going to be able to speak about them in 1, 2, 3 days. So most of the time is the interaction is based on the conversation that we're having with each other. So if we're talking about, so what did you do for a living? We're talking about that. And there's many different facets about what you do in your life, because there are things that you're not going to remember either, right? You could talk about the things that are in the present mind. Oh, you were working here, relationships that you had before, and they may not want to talk about every single one of them at that moment either, right? So you may pick and choose what you want to, because remember, this is a presentation, right? For a person to accept you. And this presentation, you don't want to get, it's like taking a test and you want to get it wrong. So you study good, you know? So we're dealing with formalities. We're going by the books. Right? Okay, I don't want to make mistakes. I don't want to say nothing that's going to change the person's mind. So everybody try to, what you say, edit their information and, you know, try to fix it up the best way. Both parties, right? For the other person to look at them, you know, highly, like, yes, she's a good woman. And she would say, yeah, he's a good man. Based on just these conversations that you're having, right? You would, you know, we would think of each other in a good light. We don't want to, I don't want to see her in a bad light, because if I do, it's going to change your mind, right? And if she saw you in a negative light, she's going to change her mind. So it's about winning the person over, and what we used to win them over in the beginning, and how we, you know, we pretend. A lot of us pretend to be nice, and we pretend to be this good and perfect person. You're going to learn later on that the person that you talk to in the beginning is not the same as, you know, some men are very committed and try to continue this, but, you know, at some point it's not real. It's not real. You know what I'm saying? Because it's human. We're talking about human interaction, right? How people communicate, how they interact with each other. It's, you know, it's like this. It's like, you know, sometimes the sea is calm, and then sometimes it's rough. You know what I mean? And this is how it is. So we would present ourselves, our information, whatever we have, just to win the other person. And when we get what we want, now we feel more confident. We could start being ourselves now. So we pretend. A lot of us, 99.9% of relationship, they pretend. In the beginning, it's pretending. Most of the things they're saying to you, some of it is not real. It's based on fantasy, it's fiction. It's not real. But these are the things that people want to hear. People sacrifice to say the things that they know that this other person wants to hear. So they're saying all of these things because they know the woman wants to hear this. I have to say this. And I say it may not be this bad thing, right? Maybe innocent, but maybe it's a way how people, you know, court each other, right? You know, when you go in the jungle, you have the lion, they do their thing. You have some birds, they do their dance, and they do have all kind of things to win the female sex. This is what it is. And we a lot of people are going by what's, you know, what is there. You know, the things that are standardized in society, we're taking bits and pieces from it, right? In order to present our argument or present, you know, who we are, right? In a good light for the person to accept us, because we're trying to win something. We're trying to gain something there, right? So dating, to me, is not going to solve the problem. And when I said solving the problem pertaining to marriage or whatever aspect of the relationships that you're looking for, it's not going to solve that. I think principle is important, right? Especially, you know, for women, it's important. You know, women are like a rare, very rare treasure, right? That's buried in the bottom of the ocean, and it takes a very strong man, right? With qualities, who is willing to sacrifice, to swim to those depths, right? To get that treasure, to find it, or to rescue it, or to take it into a different place. You know what I'm saying? So this is what the commitment is. Putting yourself out there to prove that I'm willing to sacrifice for this because I've seen, I saw something good about it. There's something priceless about this. I want to sacrifice to get it. And this is what women should feel about themselves. They're this treasure, right? Priceless treasure. And they're at the bottom, way down in the darkest depth of the ocean. They shine their own light right there. And whoever willing, right, to take this journey to seek them out. You understand? To seek them out, to find them. Only they are worthy of them. You know what I'm saying? So principle in every aspect, the woman should have that. I think dating becomes so mediocre now today that it takes away from the virtuous woman. You're not supposed to be in the council of other men, right? Or another man not supposed to be able to entertain. You understand me? This princess, this queen, it's not supposed to be entertained just by anyone. Not anyone and everyone have the privilege to be in her presence. You know what I'm saying? Is whomever deemed worthy and can present themselves. And I'm not talking about in a fictional way either, right? But finding love is finding goodness. Love doesn't work without goodness. And when I'm saying love, I'm not talking about in a sexual, that type of love. I'm talking about this intense feeling, right? And how we interpret what love is in our modern language, right? If you're looking for that, it has to be based on goodness, right? It has to be based on spirituality, not just physicality. And this is where a lot of relationship, go in a physical way. It's more physical than spiritual. And when spirituality don't exist, so love cannot function between these things, right? So physical, we know already what we are. We're human beings. We magnetize with each other, right? Because we're created this way. We're created so that the male would find the female appealing and the female would find the male appealing. These are things that is written in our DNA. You cannot escape this. You cannot tell yourself it's not so. When we're hungry, we need to eat. Right? When we're tired, we need to sleep. These are things that are written within our DNA that you cannot go around them. Right? So the male and the female will be attracted to each other at some point. Now, presenting according to modern society and how we view what relationship is and the accessories that it comes with. But when you begin to remove the accessories, you end up with what? A woman and a man. Right? And if you remove the idea of the woman and the man, the pleasure between man and woman comes down to what? You understand? The fruits of their body. This is what it comes down to. So when you take all the layers away, you begin to see clearly what it is. When we come with the accessories and had these things and we talk about you have to function a certain way, you have to do this. Love, right, cannot be governed under these restrictions and rules. Love is a very free and open thing. It's for everyone to tap into, right? There's no rules, no restriction there, but everything good exists around it. Principles, loyalty, truth, right? These things exist within it. And when you find this, you have everything that you want, right? So dating doesn't put the woman in a good light when she's going out, saying dating, and we use this term that they're looking for someone. She should let her being who she is, right? Let that someone find her. Because when someone finds you, it means that they're looking for something, right? Now you have to question them when they come, right? To find out where this person's mindset is, how this person view you. It's questioning, cross-examining, and questioning the person to get result, what you want to hear, because you know what you want. Everybody knows what they want. Inside, you know it. You know, okay, this is what I want. No, you may not get it, right? And it may not come to you, in that package, right? But good things you have to look for. This is why we talk about goodness, because you have to pay attention. When goodness comes, you must know that this is what it is. And you have to seize the opportunity, because if it passed, then it's gone. You understand? And it's not going to come in the most, they say the most beautiful of gifts come in the worst packages, right? So we have to take time to learn about something. This is the beginning of understanding how to love someone other. It's important. So let's take time to do that, and let's take time to understand our spiritual side, and on hope, that the future will bring us goodness. We have gone through a lot, but now we're here, right? On the naked truth, and we need to speak up about certain things that we've seen, and things that happen around us, instead of we're comforting ourselves with the blueprint or the regulation that tells us how to function as couples and what we should do. And if you're not doing this, then you're not a couple. And if you're not saying this, or if you're not this, but the true ways for us to operate as couples, we're not even doing that. We're far away from that. And those corrupted women were telling other women to do things, just to go out to have multiple experiences in order to find someone. That's foolishness. So grow up and stop telling the young girls them that nonsense. If you already ruined your life and you want to live that way, you do that. But don't encourage other women to do what you do. And I don't think that's right. And I want to say, I think it is not right to do that. So stop telling other women to go out and encourage them to go do things with other men, because you already destroy your life, and you're not satisfied with yourself, and you're looking for company, right, to go down to your hell with you. So yeah, woman, don't listen to these women when they come to you with that nonsense. And for the young ladies out there who are, and young virgins who out there, and you haven't any experience, don't let anybody tell you that you have to have one. You wait until when you're ready. You wait until the time that someone finds you who you deemed is good for you, and you find that goodness within that person, and you fall in love with that, and you have your relationship, and your marriage begins, right? Don't let them tell you that you have to do something or laugh at you. And a lot of peer pressure happens, and a lot of women are very influential on other women. So please, do not listen to these women if they have nothing sensible to say to you, or encouraging you to become a better person, right? And that's what women should do. The platform is there for you guys. Take it and motivate the younger, girls and female them to become better person of themselves, right? And to shape the future and make the future become different. You understand? We don't just go around sharing yourself just like that with anyone. Remember, you're a rare, very rare treasure. Very, very rare. And those who are worthy, right, would see your light or your glow. Not everyone. Just don't jump to share yourself. Keep your self-respect up. Keep your morals. Keep everything up. Don't put yourself down below, right, the standard. Okay? So please do that. Listen to those who say good things to you. Reject those who come with nonsense to you. Don't entertain it, and don't go with it because a woman is saying it or because a man is saying it. Pick that which is good, and govern, and take those things and apply them to yourself. And I'm talking about male, female, men. Be strong out there in your decision, and don't let anybody control that. Just know that you're going to share yourself at some point with a stranger that's going to become a husband to you, a person that you're going to build a family with, right? So please, be wise, man. Be wise and understanding about, the journey in life is a difficult one. And if you're taking that journey, do understand that there's bad things, good and bad things along the way. You understand? They're good and bad things, and you have to avoid the bad things, right? So do your best to avoid them. And for all the young girls out there, man, keep your head up strong and seek the Most High, right? And He will protect you and guide you out of those negative things that are coming your way. Until next time, I said here and the Naked Truth. Next week, I want to get into maybe I'll skip a day and come back to this because I want to talk about the marriage and what it is and the rules from the beginning to what it is now, right? So you guys can go back and observe the video and leave your comments, and do leave questions of what you want me to talk about. If you have a topic that you want me to discuss with you guys, you can leave that and we can talk about it. Leave it in the comment on the video, and do share the video with your friends and family and whoever. Sit down and watch and let's talk about it, man. And I appreciate everybody that came through in the talk today. It's the Naked Truth again, and we're here. ATO is coming up after this, so you guys can stick around for the entertainment. There's I think 2 artists or something is passing through here, so definitely stick around. And hope you guys enjoy the show. And please, be careful out there this weekend, man. Everything is moving so fast, so be careful. Keep your head up high. Keep serving the Most High. Keep Him in your heart, your mind, and your soul. Right? Love your brother as you love yourself. And may the Most High guide you in your going out and your going in. Until next time, we'll see you here Friday here on the Naked Truth. And this is how we do it here each and every Friday. You guys, we appreciate you. We love you all. And we're looking forward to see you. Stick around, right, for the entertainment and ATO. We thank you guys again, once again. Until such time, we will see you around.